Hi, this is Congressman Courtney. I'm speaking to you from my office in the Rayburn Building in Washington, D.C. It's Thursday, February 7th, and I mentioned that date because it's an important day in Connecticut's history, which is a sad day because 9 years ago there was an explosion at a power plant under construction in the city of Middletown that took the lives of 6 workers, injured dozens more, and again, it was an event that had a just shattering effect on families and individuals that still resonates today very powerfully. There will be an observance of the clean energy power plant explosion, I'm sure back home in the Middletown area. It will bring together, again, the families of the victims. It will bring together a lot of the workers that were colleagues of the decedents, and it also will bring together leadership of the state to, again, reflect on the fact that a lot of folks who go to work every single day sometimes don't come home, or sometimes come home badly injured, and that we must redouble our efforts to make sure that incidents of injury and death, which sadly is an occurrence that still exists today in the 21st century, is really reduced and hopefully eliminated to the greatest extent possible. So it's important that we observe their memory, but it's also important that we act. And today in Washington, I will be introducing legislation to respond to the events that took place in Middletown 9 years ago, the Protect American Workers Act, which will have many co-sponsors, will be introduced into the Education and Labor Committee, in which I sit, and it makes critical updates and modernization to the Occupational Safety and Health Act, OSHA, which again, unfortunately, has really been neglected for decades and really desperately needs to be changed so that it really better reflects the way our U.S. economy works in terms of production, manufacture, just a whole host of areas that are far different than the last time OSHA was last legislated by the United States Congress. Again, so in a nutshell, it basically allows the agency to move forward in a whole series of regulatory updates so that different chemicals, different processes, different works methods are better aligned with a smart system of regulation, which is really focused on compliance, not punitive measures. It's really about trying to make workplaces safer and to reduce the incident of illness and injury that sometimes occurs because of the way work is organized. And again, that's the best way to observe the memory of people like Ronnie Crabb, who was a good friend of mine, who lost his life in the clean energy power plant explosion. Just made, just a huge, devastating impact on his family. Their memory really deserves more than observance. It really deserves action by us as a nation to make sure that events like that, again, don't occur or reduce to the smallest extent possible. So again, we are going to take that memory of the folks that lost their lives and were injured that day 9 years ago to the Congress, and we're going to take it to the Education and Labor Committee, and we are going to move forward to make sure that a long overdue update to OSHA finally occurs. That's the best way that we can remember those folks who, again, were just doing routine maintenance and cleaning work the day of that explosion. And again, for folks back home, if you're interested in the details of that legislation, we welcome emails and calls, and we're happy to share that well-crafted piece of legislation with all of you. Thank you very much.